What is up, everybody? I'm Courtney.
I'm Sean.
We are Hill City Paranormal. What is paranormal? What is the actual definition of paranormal, Smarty Pants?
You tell me.
Well, I'm asking you.
You tell me.
Hey, Daryl. Bedford Paranormal in the house.
What's up, Daryl?
Lost Souls. Hey, Emily. How you doing?
What's up, Lost Souls?
Chris may or may not be there. He's like the legendary, like, you gotta trap him when you can.
Who's that?
Chris. He may or may not be with Emily. Sean's over here busy on his phone, y'all. We don't know what he's doing.
Hey, things taking scoot over.
I am over.
All right.
Chris is working. What?
There.
Shove it.
Not in the picture here.
Emily said Chris is working. Yeah, you do need to be seen.
I do.
I am. I'm alive, Paul. Thank you. Although for the past 8 days, I was 90% sure I was dying.
Paul was there last night. We appreciate. I said appreciate.
Appreciate. That's the word of the day. Appreciate.
Suppressors on my line. So,
suppressors. That's not paranormal.
You.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes. Hey, Carrie.
Fellow team member, Mrs. Carrie Whitby.
Yes. Yes, Paul. Like I said, you guys, the past 8 days, I really thought you guys might be investigating me. I'm glad that you're not.
It was awful.
It was terrible. I don't wish this upon anybody, not even my worst enemy, and I wish a lot of things upon my enemies.
I don't. I love my enemies.
Well, I wish things like, I hope you trip over your shoelace. I shared it paranormally. It sucks. Carrie, you're sick?
Oh, no, baby.
No.
You can't have that.
Good evening, Howie Odell.
Howie, shout out ASPS Paranormal.
Yes.
Good group in here.
We do, so far. Oh, Carrie, I am so sorry. So, let me give you guys a little bit of education. This is not paranormal related, but I will let you know.
Or is it?
So, it could be. It is taking out people, but
this would have killed somebody like 100
this virus that I contracted is called the norovirus. Okay. For those that don't know, there's absolutely no way to figure out how you got it. You could have gotten it just by simply walking in to pay for gas at a convenience store and touching the door. Okay. Clorox and Lysol do not kill the norovirus. Some bottles of Lysol do. You have to read the back of your bottle, but it's something crazy. Like you have to actually soak the area for 10 minutes. The only thing that kills the norovirus is bleach.
Lois.
Bleach. So, and washing your hands for 20 seconds. All your laundry needs to be done in hot water, y'all. So I'm just saying, I don't know how the heck they thought COVID was worse than this. I understand. And that is not a shot at anybody that lost any loved ones based on COVID. So y'all just wash your hands. Chuck, oh man, Chuck's sick too. Lord.
Man, Chuck, my right hand man.
Hey, Lois. No, Daryl, it is not good. It's not good at all. So actually, Sean did get it.
I did get it.
But
maybe 8 hours.
Yes. Yes. He was sick.
But yeah, I did get it.
Hey, Crystal. Oh my God, Carol's sick too. No. All right, y'all. I'm going to send all of my loved ones bleach. That's what you guys are getting.
Gotta bleach it.
Bleach.
The bad part about this virus is that you just gotta go through it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And if you're in the medical field and you're watching the show, please show some bedside manner. I get it. You're a doctor. You went to your little school and you think you're the shit. But listen, there's people out here that feel bad and they don't want to hear it. It's not my job to tell you what's wrong with you. That pissed me off more than anything hearing that in the hospital.
Yes.
So, I get it. You keeping it real or being real. But when people are sick, an old school term that my dad and I talked about the other day, bedside manner. you can apply it to your paranormal investigations too. Just be nice to people and show some empathy, sympathy, all that. Show it, because I mean, when people are in the hospital, I had to bite my tongue. It hurts because I was about to. They won't get some strong 4-letter words, but I didn't feel like getting kicked out anywhere. I haven't been kicked out of anywhere since about 8 years ago in Nashville.
Yeah, it's been a while.
5-6 years ago. Chuck, when was it? That was the last time I got kicked out.
Crystal said Carol never leaves the house. She went to the dentist and came home sick. That's what I'm saying. So the crazy part about this virus is you have no idea like that you're about to get it. Like it's not like your typical somebody's hacking up a lung and you're like, all right, cool. You have no idea. You just simply open the doctor's office door for a routine visit. Somebody else had it right before you. It's crazy. Lois, I'm not sure if microban kills it. It's my understanding that literal bleach is the only thing. Like hand sanitizer doesn't even work. Andy, ghost
Heinrich
led me here. I'm so happy that the ghost led you here. He led you in the right direction. James and Kim, hi guys.
What's up, James? Good to see you, James and Kim. Good to see y'all. Fine fellow investors.
Daryl says, hey, Alan. I didn't see Alan pop in here, but hey, Alan.
Oh, what's up, Alan? I didn't see Alan in shout
He said, seriously, your channel was just suggested.
Again, Dr. Paranormal. Andy, we appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Some people see the suggestion and don't tune in. So our channel's not always straight paranormal. We're going to get there, but we like to talk real stuff for a little while.
Rhonda, hey friends, glad to see you. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. I missed y'all last night. I know Sean held it down. He represented for HCP. I appreciate that, Sean. Last night I just needed that one extra night, y'all. Now it's back to the grind. Hey, Taylor.
Oh, we got Taylor. Hey, Taylor. Hey, how you doing, Taylor? Taylor, thanks for tuning in, Taylor.
Yeah, but we had asked, let me know in the comments. I don't want a Google definition. What is your definition of paranormal?
Ooh.
I don't want a Google definition. I want your definition of paranormal. My definition, not to sway anybody's opinion or anything, but
yeah, you are.
I know what the Google definition is. So I'm just going to say what my definition is anything that's not normal would be considered paranormal.
So people think that often that everything paranormal just means ghosts. It just means that there's a ghost there. Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
We appreciate it, man. Thank you. So, if you really look into the definition, and I might pull it up because I don't know it verbatim off the top of my head, but, if your REM pod goes off, for example, now I know we got some great investigators in here, and I'm probably telling you stuff you've already heard, but if your REM pod goes off, is that paranormal?
No.
If you see a shadow on your camera, does that mean it's paranormal? There's been many.
Yes, James.
Yes, sir. There's been many times where I've looked at a shadow on my camera and realized I was walking around. There's times where I've heard voices on my camera and realized somebody was talking behind me. Matter of fact, the EVP that I was gold. After listening, it was somebody laughing that was investigating with us. Paranormal. So, make sure when you're investigating, and those of you new ones or people who need to hear it again, always debunk your evidence first. Don't be like me and get really happy because I thought I heard a whistle, but it was somebody laughing. I think it was Emily laughing, actually.
Y'all, I've done it.
Yeah.
I have gotten really, really excited over evidence and been like, shit.
But yeah, back to paranormal. Not everything that happens is a ghost. What does Google say paranormal is?
Carrie said anything that cannot be easily explained. Carrie's almost on it. So according to the Google definition, paranormal is an adjective that describes events or experiences that are unusual or unnatural and are not, your favorite word, scientifically explained. Ah! Andy said the last 2 or 3 years I see shadows out of the corner of my eye in the living room.
Andy, I'm glad you brought that up. We're going to touch on that in just 1 second.
Yes. Paranormal is all things you can't explain, but you know damn well it is real.
I like that. I like that.
That's true, too.
That's good.
Yes, Emily, we stayed laughing all weekend.
Well, Emily, it was a time we were in the cemetery and I thought I got a whistle on my AVP and it was you laughing, which is okay because when Lost Souls and Hill City investigates together, it's a lot of damn laughing during the investigation.
So,
however, we've gotten some great evidence from laughing and having fun, you know. But Andy said something about the shadow figures real quick.
Yep.
You know, that's been happening more with me lately personally on investigations, is seeing shadow figures. I don't know if it's because the veil is thinning, the paranormal veil. I don't know if it's because of more energy where I'm at. I've heard a lot of fellow investigators talk about shadow figures being seen more. As a matter of fact, when we were in the cemetery with ASPS, the shadow figures were so there that I almost slammed on brakes a few times because I'm like, what the hell just ran across the road? So it's crazy. Here's my favorite shadow figure.
Oh my God, it's your twin. Been in this house for 34 years now. Figure it's family and pets that still like it here. And that could be, Andy. So if you've been there for 34 years, you know, in that time frame, I don't know how many pets you've had, but I mean, an average lifespan of a dog is 10 years. So, I mean, in 34 years, you could have had 3 animals, you know, loved ones that have passed on, unfortunately, in those 34 years. And they could be just popping in, coming to visit. But I also think that right now, Sean was, you know, talking about the veil thinning. I think there are things and people that are walking around that wouldn't normally be walking around based on that veil thinning.
Or would they normally be walking around, but because the veil's thinning, we're seeing it more.
That's what I'm trying to say. So I also think that we, as, you know, and to get a little bit political, but not too much political, with everything that's going on.
Politics.
No, with everything that's going on in the world, we have become what they call a woke generation. So now we're starting to pay attention to things that we normally wouldn't be paying attention to. You know, there was a time where you couldn't have paid me to vote because I didn't know what the hell I was voting for. And then, you know, there was a time that I didn't cut on the news. I didn't do these things because they didn't directly affect me. Well, now, y'all, we are in a society that we are being directly affected by things that are going on, i.e. the economy, i.e. the atmospheric changes, these viruses, things like that. So we are forced as a generation to be aware of what is going on. And I believe that because we're forced to be aware of those things, we're also aware of other things that we normally wouldn't be aware of. Emily said, I saw a shadow figure in the octagon. Carrie said, planets are lining up. So yes, the vibrations of the dimension are getting closer. Yes, Carrie. Right now, for those that don't know what Carrie's talking about, yesterday actually was the first full moon of the year. And it's also the day when all, I believe, 7 planets are perfectly aligned. Talk about chaos. Okay. Howie gave a thumbs up and said it was noted. Carrie is enlightened. I hate the word woke. I prefer awake. I do too, Andy, to be real honest with you. That's why I kind of put the air quotes, like we're in a woke generation. That's what they call it. I actually prefer the word aware. You know, aside from that, I'm not woke and haven't watched the news since the 90s. You want to know what, James? You are probably the most unbothered human being out there. Congratulations.
Yeah, I used to watch the news a lot, but not anymore. You know, every time you watch the news, somebody died. Our government's trying to screw us. You know, it's wild. But, you know, I wanted to
Ryan.
Tap in. Ryan Jones. What's up, brother? The freaking awesome paranormal show is in the house.
The totally
tunes in right after this one at 9:00. Go check them out. They're great too. But I wanted to talk about, add a little bit on to what you're talking about, the planets, the veil thinning. You know, what's different from now than, let's say, 20, 30 years ago? Everything's electronic. We've got more electronics around us and in our house than we ever have before. Everything, even just think about your cell phone, the technology that's in your phone and what it can do. You know, your phone can almost read your mind at this point. And so I think that has something to do with the increase of shadow figures, and that's just my personal opinion. I'm not right about everything. I don't know everything. I'm still a rookie here, but the the amount of electronics and radio transmitting, and the amount of frequency, which we'll touch on that word too, the frequency that's going through the air. You have all kind of stuff in our air now. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, everything is Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. So could that be what's causing these shadow figures to see more? It used to be you see them every now and then in the corner of your eye, but now it's like, whoa, like almost every place we go to,
like we're literally walking around in a giant EMF field.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. And what happens when you're in somewhere with high EMF?
You see stuff.
You start hallucinating, you hear things like that. Yeah. Yes, Ryan, the news is depressing as all get out.
Yes.
And I do want to take a second. Howie did bring up tonight, though, you guys, we always shout out all of our friends at the freaking awesome Paranormal Show. We've got ASPS in the house. We've got John Sullivan that just popped in. FPRI. We've got James Brady and Kim. We've got our team members, Lost Souls, Bedford Paranormal, all of our friends. But tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight is the 11th anniversary of the freaking awesome Paranormal Show. You can tune in live at the Rift Nation.
Yes, shout out Rift Nation.
The Rift Nation. I believe you guys do stream on YouTube as well, right? So you can
always
tune in there.
Facebook.
I do too. That's why I was asking. Fear Cage. Yeah.
Yeah. He's right.
Yeah.
He ain't lying.
Yeah.
He ain't lying.
But back to the whole like rare planetary alignment. Okay. So there's a lot that's about to happen when these planets align. A lot of people may think that, it brings extra productivity, personal growth, things like that. But it also causes a lot of atmospheric chaos that people don't understand. So just make sure during this time, everybody stays grounded. Clear your mind. If you're going to use this for personal growth, if you're going to take this time for productivity, then definitely do so. But highly recommend you ground yourself. Sean said it best. We are literally walking in a giant EMF field right now. You've got 5G towers popping up everywhere. You've got I read an article the other day, and I'll bring this up. Let's go ahead with conspiracy theories. Somebody in the 60s said that the moon is actually not a planet, that it's a false planet, and it's actually a secret satellite.
I don't know about all that, but it could be.
So what are your thoughts on that? Because, that's a whole nother, if we've got satellite dishes that large, then you got the 5G towers, then you've got all this stuff. What a mind-boggling mess. Yes, it's available on all platforms. Rift Nation Network. Rhonda, my psychic medium friend, Rhonda Harris. I love her. Yes, they align on my birthday.
Not been running from you lately.
You know what? I'm proud of Rhonda. She tuned in. She tuned in when you were all by yourself.
I know. I needed the support. All my friends that tuned in last night, hey, y'all are the real ones. I love y'all.
Oh, there goes John with the EVPs.
Yeah, I have Ryan Jones and John Sullivan. I've never seen too many people. Y'all don't need the planets to align to get EVPs. Y'all can get an EVP and someone that ain't on it. they'll just get a voice out of thin air. Those two, y'all make me sick, by the way. I love y'all, but you make me sick. No, they're great folks. But yeah, it's funny you're talking about those. You brought that up, John. The key word to me is frequency. I heard a conspiracy theory about the frequency that I will not talk about on here. Well, I'll talk about it. Apparently, there's a certain someone who did something with the frequencies in the earth or something. And, I've noticed myself more EVPs. So I can't wait to see what happens from this point moving forward. That's a good point, John.
James said he calls bullshit on the moon being a satellite, but hold on, I'm about to blow y'all's mind in a second. Daryl said that's where the wedgies live.
The wedgies. You know what? I'm getting a shirt made that says, where are the wedgies?
Where are the wedgies?
Daryl would bring that.
Rhonda said she's been showing up. Ryan Jones can get an EVP out of a mouse fart.
Them two, Ryan and
well, John could hear a cricket fart on his DR60. Okay.
Yeah, those two, man, if you ever with them or hear what they get on,
yes, Paul. Team Wedgie. What? That sounded horrible.
Team Wedgie. Maybe that's what the shirt needs to say. Is Team Wedgie.
That's right. Team Wedgies. But let me blow y'all's mind for a second. Okay. So the definition of a satellite is any object that revolves around a larger object in space. So technically, the moon is considered a satellite, specifically Earth's natural satellite, because it what? Orbits around the Earth.
I do want to know, does anybody believe we actually landed on the moon and walked around when we said we did? Maybe by now. But like those videos, I was watching a video the other day on something, and they said that the first moon rover that you saw was an RC car. And then I got to looking at it, and I'm like, damn, that is an RC car. I don't know.
What's the definition of a moon?
We got to look that one up. See, now you're getting too technical, and I ain't been in school in a while. I honestly don't think we landed on the moon when they said we did. I really don't, man. There's too much evidence that contradicts it.
The definition of a moon is a natural satellite of the Earth, visible by reflected light from the sun. There you go. Paul said, I believe it. Well, okay, so wait a minute. Hold on. To touch on what you said, I'm getting distracted because there's like dogs or something barking outside. Yeah. Do you hear that? Like I'm like getting distracted. We don't normally hear that in our neighborhood, guys. But anyway, so no, Andy, the government would never do that to us.
We trust the government.
Yes.
For video purposes, we trust the government. And I don't own any guns. They are all
Howie says we did land on the moon, but not when they said we did.
Right. That's where I'm with it at, Howie. I believe that we did somehow get on the moon, but I don't believe it happened in, what was it, 60 something?
Well, it was during the Great Space Race, right? So we were in competition with, I forgot the other country. I ain't been in school in a while either. But anyway, we were supposed to, I sounded really stupid just now because it's right on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of what it is. Help me in the comments. Anyway, it was during the Great Space Race and we were in competition. Who's going to land on the moon first, right? But, you know, the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I believe Russia. Yeah.
So long story short, it was like yeah, you're right. Russia. Thank you. Who's going to land on this moon first? But there were like so many questions that surrounded that. Like 1A, the cameraman was technically the first person on the moon because like he had to take a picture of him getting off of the spacecraft.
And how's the wind blowing?
And then the wind is blowing.
It's too much, man. It's too much.
Yeah, there was just a lot. I don't know. Hey, Debbie.
Debbie. Tell John I said he's got the most, Mr. John Cushman, he's got the prettiest hair I've ever seen in life.
Andy said, I'm in Canada. I don't trust our damn government. Y'all got free healthcare, free education, and everything up in Canada. Yeah, but
they can't carry guns, I don't think.
I was going to say, you guys like can't carry guns or something. Yeah. Yeah, Russia and China. Yeah. I don't know. I just have a lot of questions.
Canada is beautiful, though.
I've never been.
It's very beautiful.
It's cold. I heard it's cold. We're going to have like Canadian temperatures in the morning, y'all. Did you guys see that?
Hey, let's see, some great people came out of Canada. Bret the Hitman Hart.
It's supposed to be 7 degrees.
Owen Hart, Stu Hart. I believe the British Bulldog. Hey, man, Canada's great.
They have their own song, like "Oh Canada."
Well, we got our own song too. But
well, that's true.
Anyway,
hey Donna.
Donna, hello.
Oh, hey everybody! Take a second and tell John Cushman happy birthday. I already told him this.
Happy birthday to the man with the biggest hair in the world.
Yes.
I told John he used to wear a shirt that says "Don't touch the hair."
John Cushman. It's nice. No snow and sunny. Happy birthday, John, from Howie. Happy birthday from Paul. Happy birthday from Daryl. Yes, Sully Sullivan.
And those of y'all who don't know John Cushman or Debbie Cushman, they are the owners of the haunted Octagon Mansion 585.
Happy birthday from Carrie. Happy birthday from Lost Souls.
You know, we'll talk about that place just for a second.
Happy birthday from FPRI.
We had a great investigation the last time we were in there.
Andy says, cheers, John. Happy birthday from James. Happy birthday from Rhonda. I hope John's watching this, Debbie, because this is like an outpouring of birthday wishes. I love it.
You know, the last time we went in there, it wasn't as active. The second time we went in there, and I'm just being brutally honest, the second time we went in there, I have what I believe is paranormal evidence. I cannot debate.
Cannot debate. Are you debating with the ghosts?
No, I cannot debunk the things that we experienced in there. But the coolest thing that happened in there is I took old Boo Buddy in there, which I don't normally use Boo Buddy. I bought it.
You want to be my friend?
Sits in the office right here that we're in. It doesn't really go on many investigations. However, we decided that we were going to give it a shot. And we all walked to the bottom floor, to the basement, to eat pizza and laugh and talk about John's hair. And I left the camera with Boo Buddy running. And when Boo Buddy did the knocking sequence, it goes, can you repeat this? Knock, 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 knock. You hear a loud bang on the wall. This happened 3 or 4 times when Boo Buddy asked for that sequence. I can't debunk that. You hear footsteps before and after it on certain shots. So I can't explain that one. That I thought that's probably, I mean, other things happened, but that was probably the coolest. It was like a clear, loud knock. Some of them was a bang. It was a little bit harder. And I just thought that was odd that the only time through that whole 2-hour footage of that, it only happened when Boo Buddy asked for it to. Oh yeah, Lost Souls got a picture of a human face. I believe it had a beard and everything
that resembled
the Reverend right
Dexter Snow
in his office or his quarters or his study or whatever you want to call it. That's something I can't explain. She took 3 or 4 pictures, and that was the only one that had that face in it.
Andy, we're in Virginia. We are in Virginia. Awesome.
The whole state's a battlefield.
Paul just bought tickets to Dinner with a Ghost for February the 8th. Good food, good times, good stories, great atmosphere.
It's definitely the I was explaining.
Hey, Sammy.
Hey, Sam. I was thinking that, I believe it was last night I was talking about the Octagon Mansion. If you go there and you don't get any evidence or you don't go for any other reason, the museum they put together is probably one of the best ones I've seen. Not everything's hidden behind the case. You can actually get up on it and look at it and see what it is. It's set up very nice. I like the Octagon Mansion. So if you're an investigator and you haven't investigated and just want to peek into history, Haunted Octagon Mansion 585 in Whitfield, Virginia. Whitfield's an awesome town anyway. I was there, and them Skeeter's hot dogs. Woo! Woo! The Skeeter's hot dogs are probably everybody likes tea room around here. This place puts tea room to shame. Their hot dogs are taken from a big dude. Hot dogs on point.
Andy is a hop, skip, and a jump away from Syracuse. There's one location that I want to go in New York.
Where?
Isn't Wildwood in New York?
Yeah, I think so.
Lost Souls said they're going to get one this weekend. All right, it's a date.
We may
meet you.
I will drive 2 hours for that hot dog. That hot dog. Woo.
Howie said, no, Howie, you got to try Skeeter's.
Howie, I'm trying to tell you. You let me know when you and Sarah want to do it. I will drive to Whitfield just for that damn hot dog. That hot dog is no joke.
Don't touch the hair.
Touch the hair. John let me touch the hair, though.
He did.
He said, touch it.
John, you woke up to John's hair.
Yeah. I woke up and John's staring at me. Were you trying to figure? I think he's trying to figure out if I was alive. I was knocked out.
Yes, Wildwood and Hinsdale House are in New York. I forgot about Hinsdale.
Is this on the list?
I want to go to New York.
Mr.
Heaven
Sullivan.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, Heaven.
That's another team we got to get up with. Man. Hashtag
2025 is our year
Paraunity
of investigating with other teams. So if you're a team and have not investigated with us, or if you have, let us know your schedule and which one we can jump on with y'all. We will do.
Yes, Daryl. It beats Tea Room. Beats Tea Room.
Look, I hate to say it because I'm a Lynchburg. I'm from here. Well, I'm from Bedford County, but I've been in Lynchburg most of my life, and I'll tell you, it beats the Tea Room.
The hot dogs at Costco. I haven't had a Costco hot dog since I was like a kid. Like my mom used to shop at Costco, but Sam's Club isn't bad.
Sam's Club does have a good hot dog, but it doesn't beat Skeeter's.
What's where, Carrie? In Wytheville? Howie says, hey, Heaven. John says, let's do Hinsdale. If we go all the way there, though, we need to do both. I'm not going to drive like 14 hours just do Hinsdale House.
We're not 14 hours from now, are we?
How long did it take us to get to New York?
8 hours.
I slept. I don't know.
Yeah,
we are going to bring Heaven's team with us when we come to Lynchburg. Come on with it. I told Heaven she's welcome whenever. We want to go back to Hinsdale and Wildwood. It was awesome to do one and the next day the other. Yeah, that's what Wildwood is sanitarium and Hinsdale House. I don't know the history behind Hinsdale. Drop it in the comments. What's the history in Hinsdale? Isn't it like a murder house or something? John said he's fine with that. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
Let's do it.
I would love for Heaven's team to come to Lynchburg, though.
Come on with it.
And what they're speaking of in Lynchburg is Old City Cemetery. Now, I know some of y'all professional. Yeah, I use the word professional. Paranormal investigators here.
We don't have any professionals in here.
Professionals. But don't do cemeteries, but Old City Cemetery is slightly different. And the reason why I'm able to say that name now is because we got permission from their wonderful director, Mr. Jay Brooks. So we can
really?
now announce our cemetery.
That's it?
So Old City Cemetery, I would love to see Heaven's team there.
Heaven said they're only like 300 each for up to 6 people. Shit. Let's go.
The teams we brought in for confirmation all got some sort of evidence. John Sullivan probably has the best EVP from there that I've ever heard.
Of course he has an EVP.
Yeah, of course, John. I haven't gotten one like that since. And Howie's had some crazy stuff happen that, again, I've never seen a spirit use a laser grid as a way of communicating. I've only seen laser grids where they walk through or they died, but I've never seen one completely die to where you click and it can't cut back on, and then it cut back on to answer questions only. Never seen that before. And I'm not talking about you ask a question like, is your name Ben? And 2 minutes later, it'll flick back on. I'm talking about, is your name Ben? It cuts right back on and cuts off. You check the battery, you click it on and off, then it does it again. And then you ask it to kill another laser that we had going, and the laser just cuts right back on. So, wild stuff over there at Old City.
Hinsdale had 2 exorcisms performed in it. Oh, yeah. That's right up my alley. Andrea has gotten some cool ones on her DR60. Uh-oh, now you're talking Sean's language. Sean and John Sullivan are the only other 2 people I know with a DR60.
I mean, I like it. I'm still trying to figure out, though. It's still mind-blowing. All my Zoom mics can hear a squirrel fart a mile away.
Come on, James.
But they don't pick up EVP. Some people can get them on the EVP. I've seen it on YouTube. I'm not saying it can't be done, but ever since I started using the Panasonic products, the DR60, the QR100, started getting EVPs on them.
Grand Midway is a cool location in PA. Where's that? We frequent PA.
But I'll tell you, the coolest thing I was able to do was we got with Sullivan, John. We both put our DR60s, and we would get the same thing sometimes, and other times one would get something that something didn't.
Andrea has the Japanese one. What's the difference? I wonder.
It's all written in Japanese on there.
I mean, some of the best horror movies came out of Japan, y'all.
Especially the low budget ones. Those are good.
And they've got like a whole suicide forest where you go in and you don't come out.
We had a buddy of ours go in there, didn't we?
Yeah, guys. So, real story. I don't know if you guys remember a while back when I interviewed what was his name? Why am I blanking on this?
I'm blanking on it. Boozy Bros, right?
Yeah, Boozy Bros, but
what's that guy's name? Oh man.
Shit. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. I feel really stupid right now.
Yeah, I can't remember it. Keep
talking. It's coming.
All I remember he was with the Boozy Bros.
Y'all gonna kill me. Pablo Cordova. If you guys remember when we interviewed Boozy Bros, Pablo Cordova, he took a trip to Japan and ended up in the hospital, y'all. Paranormal. Yeah, he went to several reportedly haunted locations in Japan. I believe the suicide forest was one of them. I don't believe he actually went deep into the forest. I think he just kind of visited and then ended up in the hospital with an weird illness that
life-threatening illness.
He was down for about a month in Hong Kong, I think it was. They ended up taking him to Hong Kong, a hospital. He came back, he recovered. He did fully recover and went back. So for that, Pablo, if you ever watch this podcast or you're tuned in, my hat's off to you.
You're a real one. I'm not going in there.
Look at John got a Japanese one as well. Spring. Yes. Daryl Spring.
I will not be left out. I will get me a Japanese.
John, why? Why, John? Why? Why did you have to bring up that you got one? Now Sean got to go get one. Yeah, Sam, I'm with you. That's a nope for me too. I find out a friend goes to a haunted location and gets deathly ill, and then, no.
I don't mess around. I don't know if I'm gonna mess around with Japan or not.
They are on a whole nother spiritual level. That's kind of like
ain't no joke.
Messing around, with the Mexican culture. That's a whole nother spiritual level that we aren't ready for.
Yeah, well, I'll do it.
You crazy as hell. You gonna be walking into that suicide forest by yourself?
I'll be at the edge of the forest with
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Daryl wants to know if the Japanese one is easier to find. Yes, we'll be at St. Albans in April. John has all the recorders, all of them. He even has one that you guys haven't even heard of. It's like the DR2000.
He's got the DR 2024.
It doesn't come out. It doesn't come out until the year 2030, but John's got it.
John's in tune with the factory that makes them.
Yeah. John works at the factory. John is the factory. Let's go. I'm down lots of string though. That's what I'm saying, Howie. Okay. I feel like I will put one of those harnesses on and I'll kind of feed you guys the rope. Now, if there's tension on that rope and that rope goes, do not expect me to go looking because I'm just going to get in the car. I love y'all, but no. Sullivan owns all paranormal equipment that's out. Yes, Cushman, he does.
Yeah.
Hey, author Sin Schrader Hill in the house.
Hey.
Hi,
Sam.
sweetie.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
For those who don't know, author Sin Schrader Hill has books available on Amazon. Type her name in, you will find them.
That was one of the deepest interviews we had. We were in some deep conversations.
Signs from Beyond. I've been to some spooky locations in Europe. One church basement had hundreds of decorated skulls piled against the wall.
Now that sounds like something I would be into.
Yeah, I would probably go to that. John, DR100 and a DR200 I do have as well. Of course you do.
Do I have the two? I got the one.
You got the one.
I got the one in the 400. DR, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think that's the ones I got.
Yeah, Howie, I got you. Yeah. That's what we'll do. We'll get a winch. John does know a guy, Cushman. He knows a guy who knows a guy if he doesn't know the guy directly. Heaven said I own a lot of equipment as well. Heaven, I wish I could turn my camera around at my current situation. Look, I see. Notice Sean's eyes went this way, y'all. I had to.
I don't have that much
legitimately crawl into my office today.
I don't have that much equipment. I've got a few pieces here and there. I don't have a lot of paranormal equipment.
John, you need to go with Sean. He went into a pawn shop the other day looking for a tripod. It's a buddy's pawn shop. We go in, we see him, we say hi frequently, actually. And here comes Sean, shit-eating grin on his face. What'd you find? A recorder. Went to an antique shop to go antiquing. Out of everything that's in there, you've got 100 vendors in this place. Here comes Sean with a recorder.
In my defense, okay?
That would be cool, Heaven.
That recorder I found was a Panasonic tape recorder. I was looking for one, and every one you find online is expensive as hell. I paid $12 for a Panasonic tape recorder that came with 2 tapes.
Daryl, I'm with you.
Away from that. Not me.
Carrie's calling your bullshit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and throw Chuck under the bus because Chuck called Sean the other day and told Sean that he's going to need a semi to go to our next investigation to carry all of his equipment.
Those are only 2 people that are vouching for you. There's like 20 people in the chat.
Where's Emily? Emily. Larry, we went to a haunted place in Cave Spring in November for haunted history, and they were telling about the Civil War hospital. And long story short, they talked about a small child dying in the building in the early 1900s. I was taking pictures of the inside and got her in a picture for picture. That's cool.
Now I'll bring up Larry. Larry is a fellow Civil War reenactor. And I'll tell you, he sent me some pictures of things he caught in a graveyard. Notice I said in a graveyard. That to me were just phenomenal.
John said he's always scoping for equipment. Well, you and Sean need to go equipment shopping together. Emily, I'm glad you're here. Sean's trying to say he doesn't have a lot of equipment. He said only Chuck, Carrie, and myself are the only ones that are vouching for the fact he has a lot of equipment.
I really don't have a lot of equipment. It's not that much.
I want to do haunted caverns with all the equipment. You go ahead. You can carry all that equipment through some caverns, Carrie.
Carrie will.
I know she will.
Carrie will have some kind of contraption where she can put every piece of equipment on and walk through. I believe it.
You know them like village women that would like carry the water and the food on like the basket, balancing it. Like I feel like that would be Carrie.
That's Carrie.
Carrie will find a way to carry your food, your laundry, your water, everything.
Yeah, Carrie,
all at once in a contraption.
I've been looking for equipment. Carrie didn't set it up already.
Yeah.
What you do with it? Yeah, Carrie will have all your equipment set up in like 2 minutes.
So I think we came to it becomes a huge problem, Heaven, because especially when you go to places like Tala or St. Albans was a good one for comparison. You have to leave all your equipment in one centralized location. And then it's like you get up to a specific floor that's like up, over, around, and like a mile away from base. And you're like, shit, I should have grabbed this. And now you got to like zigzag back to base to get it. So yes, having too much equipment sometimes can become a pain. Chuck, I believe Carrie is a one-person show.
She is.
Yes, Paul, we do take her with us. You can borrow her, but you got to ask her husband.
You have Carrie.
You can't have her, but you got to ask her husband if you could borrow her for equipment. I'm going to have to go shopping with y'all and John. Daryl, go ahead. Guys Day, paranormal shopping. Chuck and Carrie are awesome, Debbie.
I do need more.
Too long being your sound man. Yes, Carrie.
Yes, Carrie is. I will shout out Carrie. She is my sound.
Oh my God. Look what you did to Chris. You did it. You are to be blamed. I blame John for you.
Chris, I did get the Solus. He'll know what I'm talking about. I did go get it. I don't know where it's at right now because everything's sprawled out in here, but I did go get the Solus. Chris told me about it. It's hit Chris's fault why I went and got it. I didn't know nothing about this Solus until Chris told me, and I went and got it.
Heaven said she scopes like 3 or 4 online shops for equipment. That sounds like Sean. He's got them saved in his favorites. I got a new backpack with individual pockets. So did Sean. He just got one.
See, Paul, we're a lot alike here.
John said he wears a vest for big locations like Tala. Hey, Ozzy.
Ozzy.
How's your urban exploration going?
Yeah, we want to hear about it.
Yes, Cushman, he needs a caddy. His caddy is Carrie.
Y'all are gonna quit attacking me.
He wants a Fent box. What is that?
Like a spirit box. I forgot the Fent's first name.
I don't know.
It's like a custom-made box he makes out of wood from haunted locations. I believe that's what that is.
I know that all too well. We carry backpacks, but I have a toolbox on wheels to hold equipment. Yes, Heaven, we've got the toolbox on wheels with 5 adjoining boxes on top of it and a basket. Backpacks, go bags.
Those boxes are not completely full.
I just can't. Chris is building an SLS. Larry sent the full body apparition to you.
I'm gonna check it out right now.
John,
on air.
You let me know any weekend you want to. Sean and I were just talking about this. Any weekends you want to do some urban exploration,
John
let us
don't
know.
Hang out with us.
Yeah, we're not the cool kids, but
I'll believe that when I see it.
But Sullivan,
we still do urban exploration.
Yeah,
we still do it.
But Ozzy, our little buddy over in where the hell are they? Wyoming, has just gotten into urban exploration at age 11. I don't know, been busy with my grades, and right now they're good. You got to keep up them grades. Got to keep up them grades, Oz. Heaven said she sold her SLS, wasn't a huge fan. You know what, Heaven? I'm a fan of it in certain circumstances. Does that make sense?
Depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing, and what I'm capturing.
Yeah. Paul's down for some urban exploration too.
We need to all meet up and go.
Let's do it.
We literally do. This is how we actually started paranormal. Well, I started paranormal investigating. We would ride through the country, find somewhere that looks abandoned, and just walk up to it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I went in there, but I would go up to it. I'd usually have a recorder on me or something, take some pictures, looking around for the cops. I never broke any laws. The one time I did, cops came out. Thank God they knew who I was.
In Petersburg, y'all. This cop had a mustache like Snively. If you don't know who Snively is, God, it's one of those yeah.
You know, Chuck and I and a few others, Lonnie LT. We went to a studio and released a song years ago, and the police happened to know it. They were very friendly up there.
Sam, you got to get them to download the SPI app on an iPhone.
Now, I do, I see a lot of people hate the SLS, and I've said this before, but how many people actually like the SLS? Me, I like it. I never hardly use it.
We got a great big lifted truck, and Sullivan's got a lifted truck, and we are good.
It works perfect, Paul, because if you got the lifted Jeep, Sullivan has the lifted Dodge, I believe, and I got the lifted GMC.
Yeah.
We all got lifted stuff with big wheels. We'll go anywhere. Let's
Heaven, yes. So we were driving around. This is a true story. I'll tell the story. We're driving around, and we were chasing the security guard, okay? Let me explain. We were trying to be legit. We really were. So I'm chasing him, and he's like eluding me in his car. Every time he would I would speed up trying to catch him. He would zip zoom around the campus, right? So I'm like, dude, why won't this guy stop? I'm flashing my lights. I was just going to ask permission, hey, can we walk around? This guy ran from me. So then I turned a corner where I saw him turn, and I didn't see him anymore. So it led us through these individual bunkers. That's the best way I don't know. They look like little individual cabins, and it was all overgrown. And so I was I'm looking at Sean, and I'm like, dude, we should so go in there, but we didn't see any that were open. So we kept driving. And then when we went around, there was a building and doors were wide open, just wide open. And so we were like, F it, let's stop. So I'm not scared. I pulled right up front. I could have hid my car, but I was trying to chase the security guard down, and he would not stop for me. So I'm going to pull up front. Well, we go in the building, and needless to say, there was some really weird stuff that was going on. So when urban exploring, I'm a very nosy person. I got to see everything all at once. So I went to the nurses' stations where they still had chart notes and stuff like that from the 50s. The building that we went into, for those that are wondering, was at the Petersburg. It was an all boys section. First, it was an African American school. Then it was like the all teenage boys section. Okay. So the last notes that were on the desk were from the 50s. So I went up to the top floor. I'm not going to tell what Sean was doing, but he went into the bathroom. He went into the bathroom on the second floor, saw a urinal, and decided he had to pee. So
I was voiding.
So he stopped. Well, I kept walking. Well, all of a sudden I hear him like yelling my name, Courtney, where are you? I'm like, I'm right here. He was like, so wait a minute, you weren't just behind me? I'm like, no. He said that my voice came through, was actually talking to him while he was peeing. He thought I was right there, but I'm actually a whole floor and a half up.
I kid y'all not. I saw Courtney walk past me when I was peeing. You know how you're peeing, you're a guy. I don't know what women do, but you're looking around. You're in a weird place. Courtney's walking down. I'm talking to her. She wasn't even on the floor with me.
No. Was not. So, fast forwarding, we look all around. We get up to the floor. They still have all the beds, artwork on the walls, the whole nine. We heard footsteps. We heard all kind of stuff. I was trying to snap some pictures, but like I got this weird feeling to get the hell out of there. So when we exited the building, there was the security guard trying to act like a police officer.
Asking for my ID.
Talking about,
give you my
let me see your ID, freeze, and all this stuff. I'm like,
tell me to freeze with no gun.
I told him, I said, sir, I can't go anywhere. You're blocking in my vehicle. Like, I'm not running. I'll leave. We weren't doing anything. So then before I know it, like 2 or 3 officers show up, and I'm looking at the security guard like, please tell me this is a joke. And so I was like, whatever. I was like, I guess we're getting ticketed. Well, the cops get out and they're like, you look really familiar. Are you a country singer? Long story short, Sean and them start taking selfies. The security guard is getting increasingly agitated at this point because nothing bad was happening to us. So finally, the cops were like, they dismissed the security guard. And then, yes, freeze with the flashlight. Dismiss the security guard. And then they looked at us and they were like, hey, if you go to the office during business hours, most of the time they'll let you go into the abandoned buildings. But when I called up there later, like a year later, they told me no because of safety risks. So
I didn't see no safety risk in there.
I don't know. I
held my big ass on all the floors just fine. They just didn't want to let us in.
Sarah and I walked around, investigated outside. We never went in. The cops are stationed there now. I believe it, Heaven, because the cops did tell us that they literally, didn't they say they come up there 2 to 3 times a day?
Yeah.
For people that are like breaking in? Yeah. So, but they did give us that insight that if you go into the admin building and you ask for permission, I think it's a depending on who's working situation, you could get permission to go in the abandoned buildings.
They're not letting you in there.
I don't know.
See,
we tried. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've got to shout out the security guards at workplaces like that, only because, like, we tried to bribe the training school officer. I was like, look, just slip this 100 in your pocket and kind of turn around for about an hour or two. And he looked right at me and he started laughing and he said, ma'am, I really need my job. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna mess with your job.
That one in Petersburg was great, though.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the weirdest experiences I ever had. You know, being there talking to somebody, and you know they're there, you see them there, and then they're not even on the same floor with you. That was pretty wild.
Yeah. Now, Sean and I, years and years ago, it was before the federal trespassing signs went up. It was just no trespassing signs. We did go past the gates at the D. Jarnett Sanitarium.
We did?
Yes, we did.
I don't recall doing anything.
I don't care. This is years ago. They got to catch you in the action. So we did. And there was some strange stuff that went on there too. Like you could hear children laughing, but there's nothing around. Anybody that's been to D. Jarnett knows that. Sean got this like a really strong sulfur smell outside of one of the buildings. I don't know. I like urban exploring, but I'm kind of with Paul up there. If there's a no trespassing sign, if there are no trespassing signs, I'm game. I'm kind of, as the older I get, I can't run as fast. I can't. John, it's very interesting. Like, just to ride around the campus is interesting. Yes, Heaven. So,
back to the urban exploration. I'm trying to tell you, I'm down to go. Down to go. You know, the urban exploring, we did it. We were somewhere on the 360 somewhere.
great day.
I forgot where we were on the 360, but there was like some old buildings near a railroad. And I was like, check this out. You know, you can walk right up to it. No trespass. There was no trespassing signs.
What website sells spirit boxes, and what is the best tools for ghost hunting?
Well, that's a good question, Larry. I'm glad you asked it. Amazon. You can get your spirit boxes on Amazon. I found one for like $17 the other day. I don't know. I'm waiting on it to get here. I don't know if it's any good or not, but I mean, ESB 7. That's all you really need. They're between $70 and $100, depending on where you look. But as far as tools go for ghost hunting, when we first started paranormal investigating, we just had a cell phone, and that was about it. But anything that takes pictures and video, you want, basic stuff. And I like a compass. Compasses are great. If your compass is moving on its own and there's nothing magnetic around you, so a compass is good. You can get those dirt cheap. Again, a spirit box is cool if you can figure it out or know how to use it. If not, just hit me up. I'll definitely help you with that. But really, in an EMF meter, they don't detect ghosts, but what they will detect is the electromagnetic stuff in the air. So, I mean, they're good. You can look at plenty of videos on how to use an EMF meter. So really, just get you an EMF meter, spirit box. Actually, I wouldn't even recommend the spirit box. An EMF meter and a recorder and something that takes picture and video. And if you're doing it at night, something with an hour light on it so you can see in the dark. That's really all you need to start paranormal investigating. A good recorder, an EMF meter, and a camera of some sort. Your cell phone works great, but again, if you want to see in the dark, get you anything that you can see in the dark with. Now, the sulfur smell, I've read that it meant demonic presence. I seen where it meant presence of evil. Knowing what I know now versus 20 years ago, I don't necessarily believe it's all demonic. Just because you smell it, I believe your body's fight or flight will tell you whether to get out of there or not.
Yeah.
I believe your body's natural intuition to know what's lurking in the corner is not good for you. If you ever get uncomfortable or scared, get out of there.
Yeah. Good advice. Good advice. Heaven said she bought one, but she won't get her boo bucks that way. Maglite recorder camera with video, Spirit Box K2. James said, look on Facebook Marketplace. He sees people selling their used equipment all the time.
Just be careful with Facebook Marketplace.
Yes, Lord. Do not cash app anybody. Do not listen to me, people. Do not cash app anybody.
Unless you're right there in front of the person, you're getting your equipment in your hand. And there is
a group going around on Facebook right now. It is a scam group. It's a paranormal equipment.
It's called Facebook Equipments.
Sale.
Oh, no, not
a paranormal equipment sale.
They are a scam.
They're a scam.
They will even send you a fake shipping website to track your order.
Yep. You will get a tracking number. You will go to their website. You will do everything, and you will never get your shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask us how we know.
Courtney was trying to buy equipment.
Courtney was not trying to buy equipment. Now they know that's a lie. Dowsing rods are nice too. Larry said, thank you, everybody. Maglite is a need.
And Larry,
I agree.
Larry, if you go investigating or start investigating and you need any tips, or there's plenty of great investigators that's here right now, better than me probably. But hit me up. You're on my personal page. We'll chat it out, man. Everything I know, I'll tell you.
A lot of spirits are very misunderstood, Heaven. I agree.
Yeah.
John said the sulfur smell is what you left in the bathroom.
That was you.
Oh, no, sir.
You dropped a log in
No,
there.
sir.
Yeah, you did.
That was you. Emily can attest to that, too.
Everybody was dropping
Chuck can attest to this, too. Okay?
Anyway.
Yes, Heaven. It is a scam page. It's still active. I've reported it a million times. I don't know.
They got Courtney really good.
I am always Sean's problem.
We can't even investigate.
Carrie, he shits everywhere. Everywhere. It's like a ritual.
That was Carrie at the cabin on the 360 that
dropped. Oh, now you're going to cause Carrie.
That was Carrie.
Do you hear all this blame?
That was Carrie.
Oh, my
Only place I dropped the log was at Octagon the first time we went.
Wait, hold on. Stop this conversation because Heaven's talking about tattoo shop. Now we're talking my language.
I don't believe in tattoos. I think they're evil. Work of the devil. Do not get it. Oh, damn. That's a scar that's been on my hand. Somebody's going to take me seriously.
Now you could never, ever talk about, look.
I was getting possessed. I had to get the entity out of me.
All right, hold on. Go to the convent tattoo shop. Sophie is a sweetheart. We're going.
Yeah, see, Paul said I don't have any tattoos, so no.
Debbie, we don't listen to Sean anymore. That's like an unspoken rule. It's a haunted tattoo shop. Send me her name.
Send some details.
Here. Yeah, send me her name on Facebook. I'm gonna definitely add her. We're gonna go get tatted up at a haunted tattoo shop. 2020. Yes.
You got like 2 tattoos.
I do not have 2 tattoos.
I don't believe in tattoos anymore.
I just put yes, John. I don't believe in them because they're the devil.
No, that is the work of the devil.
Yes. Isn't that a song on that one? My grandma told your grandma sitting by the fire.
You can't tell my grandma nothing. My grandma knows everything. You try to tell her something, you're wrong.
Guys, we're getting ready to wrap it up. But 2025, we're going urban exploring with whoever wants to join us. I don't care.
We need to start an urban exploration group. And everybody that wants to go, and we'll figure out where to go.
Yep. And me and you, oh my God, she'll let us investigate it too.
We need, put a plug
Guess what?
Put a plug for us.
I just died and went to heaven. That's a knee slapper.
Put a plug in. Come, Hill City Paranormal will be contacting you.
Yes.
We will get a tattoo during the day and investigate it at night.
Yes.
I got some canvas left.
Yes.
Well, actually, I personally won't be.
You know what?
I don't believe.
Are we back?
Are we back? Are we back?
Can you see us?
Yes or no? Let us know. Because Courtney over here.
I don't know.
Are we? Can y'all see us? Hold on.
Sam said we turned into ghosts.
Are we back?
We're back.
Hold on,
guys. I don't know what the hell happened. It is not.
We is not live, baby.
Yes, we are. They said we're all back. Look, yeah. Look.
Okay.
Yes. I like say we turned into ghosts. I don't know what the hell happened, y'all.
Poof.
That was my magic trick for the night.
Yeah, y'all like it, did
I'm trying to tell you, Daryl. The wedgies came in here, got us, and brought us back.
I'm going to have
because we wouldn't shut up.
I'm going to have our person that does our shirts. She does great shirts. She did this one right here. I don't know if you can see it because Daryl's head's right there.
Wait.
But she does great shirts. Her name is Kimmy with the Nanny Prim shop. I will get the wedgies made. The wedgies will be in full effect. Those of y'all
wedgies are in full effect.
Those of y'all who haven't watched our show yet, the wedgies we're referring to.
Daryl said he'll buy one.
The wedgies we're referring to are the puck Ouijies or wedgies. Somebody told us about
wedgies.
How did that originally?
The ghost hunting housewives.
Yeah, so we're talking about the little ghosts that run around and steal your shit.
What? No. It was Was it the sisters?
I think it was the Soul Sisters. What is it? Soul Sisters? Is that what they're called?
I can't remember if it was the ghost hunting housewives
or they were talking about the wedgies, and so now it's been an ongoing thing.
No, they were talking about puck wedgies.
Only the OGs understand this.
Sean could not pronounce puck wedgies, so he started calling it puck ouijies, and then somehow they turned into wedgies.
So I'm going to write. I'm going to get a shirt that talks about the wedgies.
Yeah.
It's a big butt on it with a wedgie. It's a grid. The whole shirt, the whole front shirt's going to be a butt.
No, I can't with this man. Heaven, send me the details on the tattoo shop. Sullivan says he's going with us. I've been wanting to get a little ghosty tattoo, and I think that's like so cute to get that at a haunted tattoo shop. I think that would be super cute.
Yeah.
Yes, Paul, that's the rest of the story. Sean is a pervert.
We are not encouraging tattoos, by the way.
Yes, we are.
The work of the damn devil.
We are encouraging.
They are the work of the devil.
And Heaven, yes, we can go. We can go all day long.
That would be good, though.
Paul said he gonna go get a tattoo. Look how much business
what if we
just brought Sophie.
What if we just all roll up and they're like, yeah, I need to get this.
Debbie said the cheeks got to be out. Oh, the cheeks cut out. Ah, she remembers the story.
Debbie, you are dirty for that one. You are wrong for that one.
Y'all.
Now we're hitting with low blows here?
Let's go get a ghosty tattoos, Heaven. I need a ghosty tattoo. The butt wedgies. Oh, Lord.
Beware of the wedgie. This is wedgie season. I'm telling you, the whole front of the shirt's going to be a butt.
No, summertime is wedgie season.
It's going to be a ghost with its butt out.
Because it is entirely way too cold for women to have their cheeks out.
It is never too cold to have your cheeks out.
Flash tattoos and investigations. Yes. I am in for all of it.
I'm for it.
What town is this in?
Yeah, where are we going?
Where are we going? before we agree, where are we going?
Yeah, we got to know.
We definitely just jumped on like a whole wagon out of town and had a thong ghost. Oh my God, a ghost in a thong with a big butt.
It's got to have a big butt, though. Like, it's got to look like Nicki
It's Minaj. In New Jersey. New Jersey's not that far. Let's go. Shit.
I got my name in New Jersey years ago.
Let's do it.
That's almost how the name Big Nasty developed.
Lord. No, we know how Big Nasty developed. You're talking about thong ghosts near White Hill Mansion. Oh, my God. Big booty cheeks. That's right. We get ghosts with big booty cheeks.
Big booty Judy.
Get me out of here. All right, guys, it's been real. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. It's always a good time here at HCP Paranormal Podcast.
Make sure you tune in to Ryan Jones' show.
Yep. We're going to go jump on over to the freaking awesome Paranormal Show live on the Rift Nation Network.
Ryan Jones and Rhonda Harris.
Yep. We will see you next Tuesday. Let me see. I believe I've got a friend joining us next Tuesday. Let's see who's joining us. I do not. Next Tuesday will be another open discussion, but on the 28th, we are having Dark Hollow Paranormal.
Have your questions ready.
Yes, bring questions.
Tonight was a great discussion. I loved it.
And concerns. We're going to have a concern box with you present.
Yeah.
We need a comment box.
Concern with me?
Yeah.
I need more equipment.
Oh
That's my concern.
Y'all, until next Tuesday at 8 p.m., we will see you on the other side.